Does your iRacing car currently look like it was sponsored by Minecraft Paint and poor decisions? Well, good news. Race Wrap Guy can fix that. With real-world NASCAR wrap design experience, Race Wrap Guy creates clean, aggressive, professional custom wraps that actually look like they belong on a Sunday broadcast instead of the back row of a rookie lobby. And because we like y'all, listeners of the Cool Down Lap podcast get $10 off any iRacing wrap. Just mention the podcast when you order. And if you've got a real race car that needs to look fast even when it's sitting still, you'll get $100 off any real race car wrap too. Same deal. Just mention the Cool Down Lap podcast. So stop showing up to the grid looking like a rolling yard sale and let Race Wrap Guy make your car look like it actually belongs there.
The checkered flag has flown and the race is over, and now we're going to rant about it because, boy, do I have a whole bunch of rant about it personally. My name is RB Turner, and here with me is my co-host. That is, say your name, Colby.
I'm Colby.
He's Colby Peterson, and we're here with last night's race winner of the Amp Racing League Cup Series at New Hampshire. This is Christopher Darling, the race wrap guy himself. What's up, man?
Not much. What's going on, everybody?
Chilling.
Mm-hmm. So should we start with Chris or should we start with RB? Because I feel like
RB for sure. Because I saw him a few times on track.
My God,
I couldn't catch a break last night.
I was telling RB before we got in here. It seemed like it was kind of a mess for like 20, 25 laps at the beginning, and then everything got real smooth for a while, and then it was a mess for 20, 25 laps at the end.
Yeah, I mean that's New Hampshire, right?
Right.
I think the big thing is, at the start of these races, everybody wants to jockey for position. We're not really sure how, especially around that track, like the line is really strange. I mean, you could run multiple lines, but a lot of people were like diamonding the corner. So right when you load into that race and the green flag drops, you have no clue where everybody's going to run. And then, you get to the end after a long green flag and it's like, okay, I better get my spots now because this is going to be it. And unfortunately, they did that like 6 times in a row right at the end. So
yeah,
well, I think it's hard to pass.
Performance, though.
It's hard to pass, right? Like this car, that track, and like you said, like there was 2 for sure lines. I mean, you could kind of run the bottom traditional short track way, and then like where you and a handful of other guys were running was kind of like that 2 to 2.5 lanes up, kind of through there. And then there was dudes that were literally driving on the apron.
Yeah, I saw Moquin driving on the apron near the end of the race, and I had no clue how he was wrapping that. Because, I mean, it was sticking, and it was pretty quick.
Dub did it the whole race. Ryan Wendt did it for a while.
I did it a couple times.
Did you do it a couple times?
The track is so flat. Being on the apron, really, it almost seems like it doesn't even make a difference.
Right.
It's just if you need to get around somebody, and the apron is an option at that place.
Yeah.
So
the only thing that seemed to struggle with is like the momentum off the corner, right? Yeah. Like that was where like you can make up a ton of time through the center of the corner, but the momentum off the corner was absolute dog shit.
Yeah, it's kind of weird off the corner there, just because of how the banking comes out, or lack of banking. You got like that hump coming off the corner, so a lot of people, like I saw a lot of guys, even after like the first pit cycle under green flag, I saw a lot of guys, they were kind of letting it kind of carry out to the wall, and that you don't really want to do that at that track because of that hump over near the wall. So you end up losing all your momentum and getting tight. So you end up having to, that's why I was kind of diamonding, so this way I could come off and just go straight. You keep all that momentum off the corner. It's way better on your tires. So you're saving tire and gaining momentum off the corner. So I don't know. I don't know if that's like scientifically correct, but it seemed to work pretty good for me last night.
Yeah. I was going to say, weird. I don't know if you listened.
Well, I don't know the science behind a lot of things, but if it works, it works, damn it.
I don't know if you listened last week, but like 4 people in here picked you to win, including
even your teammate.
So,
so
I think I told Steven last week, I was like, listen, if I'm not in the top 2, I'm probably going to be upset with myself. You need to just let me be for a little bit. So, I mean, I don't want to sound like a cocky dickhead, but at the same time, like those flat tracks, even like Gateway coming up, dude, if I'm not at least top 3, I'm probably going to be a little upset. Unless I mean, if I screwed up myself, I understand, but like,
what was the
I don't
term
know.
you used a bunch at the beginning of the season? I think you said the word was "step on your own dick." I think is
Yeah,
how you
yeah.
always said that.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I have become a professional at doing. So I'm sort of getting away from that a little bit now. So that's good. But these flat tracks, I have to do well there. Dude, there's so many guys that are super good at the regular NASCAR ovals. I'll call them those 1.5. I'm not that fast at those, so I have to get while the getting's good and make sure I score on the flat tracks.
I think Phoenix probably sets itself up well for you as well. Yeah.
Sometimes, I mean, it can. I don't. So 1 and 2 is kind of tough. I'm really big on braking zones. If there's a hard braking zone, so anything that's like a short track, I feel like I can excel at. Just because I'm able to run my brakes so low. I don't know. Everybody keeps asking me like what I'm doing on these short tracks. I have no clue. I've always been good at them. So I am assuming that I should be pretty good at Phoenix. Yeah. I don't know. I'm a little worried about Charlotte, but I have to make it there first. I was a little worried about this round, to be honest. Like if I didn't do well here for some reason, I was pretty sure I was going to flunk out because I am god awful at the next track. And what's after that? Atlanta? That's going to be hit or miss for everybody.
I think Atlanta's going to be a war of attrition.
Pretty much, yeah.
Seems to be that way every time.
You're locked in though, man. So you're in the next round.
Yeah, I'm good now.
No matter what,
I could
all you gotta do is show up.
I can do some silly ass stuff. I can do some silly ass things the next few weeks.
Experiment for a couple of weeks. Hey, that worked great. But that did not.
No, I don't. So I'm still probably going to try to be a little bit careful. I'm probably going to try to race like I wasn't locked in, just because when I start, doing the whole thing of, I can go for wins now, that's usually when I make the most mistakes, and that's when I make people unhappy. And I don't really want anybody unhappy with me going into these next few races. So
I think that's fair. RB's got plenty of people he's unhappy with.
Well, one person in particular I'm kind of unhappy with. But I mean, it's not necessarily that he did anything wrong. It's just, I don't know. I'm gonna say it. It's Boz. I've said his name before, and he didn't really do anything wrong, but what it is every single line I wanted to take, if I wanted to go low, if I wanted to go high, whatever it was that I was doing, he was in his mirror and he was blocking every line that I went through. So there was one corner where I was, we started in like that second lane in the turn, and I just let it drift up a little bit, hoping he would miss that part. And he did. And then I just kind of gassed it up and was going to try to get under him and get to the straightaway. And I don't know, just lost it. Put myself in the wall, went into the pits, came out 2 laps down just ahead of Steven, stayed in front of Steven for a while. I was kind of, I was like,
you were helping me.
I was helping you a little bit.
I was so happy with you at that moment.
I didn't want to go a 3rd lap down. I really didn't. But I'm like, I didn't change tires or anything, and I'm keeping up, man. I was sort of happy with myself, but at the same time, I'm pissed off because I'm 2 laps down, about to be 3, and I'm like, man, this is some bullshit. If I could have been up here, I might have stood a chance.
He drove by me on brand new tires, and I'm just like, oh, there goes my race, because he's going to get like a 10-second lead, get pretty much a free stop, and you came out of the pits right as he passed me, and I was hoping I didn't know if you changed tires, but I was hoping you did, and you stayed ahead of him, and you weren't really holding him up that much, but
really.
I think
Once
he was
got under me. I just kind of
I think he was kind of hesitant because you were pretty close in speed to him. He didn't want to like mess anything up for himself. So he still got away from me, but I don't know. It was just the right amount of holding him up, and it really didn't matter at the end of the day. But like, I don't know. I was smiling. I was like, yes, please. Race him, RB. Race him. Give him the Ryan
nobody
Newman
wants
treatment.
to go 3 laps down, But I think I touched the wall a little bit, and it was just enough for him to get under me. And I'm like, well, he's got me, so we got to look good. It sucked, but
I don't, I don't know what exactly Boz was doing, but it fucking worked. Finished top 5.
He did a lot of blocking. It wasn't just me. I know he was blocking a lot of people. So, and it's cool if you want to drive like that. All right, but don't be mad when I'm not going to say it, but what I'm thinking.
I think you could probably, if you were to go back watch that replay, I think even I was saying stuff like that. There's a lot of guys who, hang on, I got to think of the politically correct way to say this.
Just fucking say it.
There's a lot of guys who, in my opinion, in the league. And I'm not saying this is like a bad thing necessarily. It's just an annoyance as you're, racing around them. They don't really seem to pay attention to this situation. So, like, for example, during all those green flag stops, I mean, everybody's on different strategies, right? So I'm racing. I think I pit, and I'm clearly not racing anybody on track except for myself and maybe Bar. No, I don't remember who it was. There was somebody I was racing on the same set of tires, but I mean, there's guys out there with like 30 lap older tires, and they might be a lap ahead of you, but they're racing you down into the corner and just tearing up their right front tire, trying to stay ahead of you. And it's like, man, you're killing it for both of us, because one, you're burning up your right front tire trying to stay ahead of me in the high line. And then I'm down here burning up my right side tires because I have to race you to get by you, because I'm trying to make up time, and stay even with the guys I'm racing. But like, at the end of the day, we're not even in the same like zip code right now. Even if it did stay green, we're not on the same race. Like, we're running totally different races at this point. So it's just, I don't know, it's a little bit of situational awareness.
There's that.
And I don't want to like call people out, like, because
call
honestly,
them
out. No, because honestly, there's times where I'm racing, I'm like, oh crap, why am I racing this guy? Like, I'm not even supposed to be racing him. Like, we're on totally different situations. So I mean, everybody does it, but last night it was pretty rough. I think I actually raced Boz last night. I have no clue why. We were barreling side by side for like 2 laps. There was somebody else, and I came on the radio. I'm like, why is this guy's like 5 laps down? What are we doing?
Tick?
Maybe, I don't know.
The 51?
Yes, it was the 51. Yeah, that's who it was. Mm-hmm. And I was like, what are we doing? But hey, he had the speed to stay beside me. So I mean, I don't know. Who am I to complain, right?
Well, I know that
with Tick, I think you can pretty well bet on the fact that it's not vindictive. I think Tick's just racing.
He's just like racing a race.
Honest to God, like I personally really like Tick. I know that maybe some other people have their personal feelings, but I really like it. Like, when he like quit racing for the first little while, like from this season, and he had some family stuff going, or they were having another baby and some things were going on. I really like Tick. He is a lot of fun to race with. He's a lot of fun to talk to. Just a good human being. So, like, I think I would defend Tick, and in the sense of like, he's just racing,
having fun, man.
Yeah,
he's having fun,
and that's Tick, man. He just has a riot, and he probably could rub people the wrong way, but I love racing Tick.
Honestly, I think that's why I haven't really gotten too aggravated with anybody except for myself in this league so far, because I don't know. Well, I'm coming in with like a fresh slate, right? I don't know anybody, so I could hear so-and-so's an idiot, so-and-so's this, and I'm just like, I don't even know. Like, the first time, I think it was Boz, the first time I ever even talked to him, he's like yelling at me for something at Daytona. I had no clue who he was, and I don't know, I get along fine with him now. Like, I've not had really any problems with anybody, so I don't know. I think everybody's just having fun.
I get along with him fine. It's just, if you notice, if you go back and watch the broadcast, and it's any race that these two people are in, and this is Boz and Brad Dove, somehow they're going to find each other and they're going to wreck each other. And it's because you have two drivers who have very little give and take in them. Neither one of them want to give you an inch. They're going to take everything they can. And when you have two people like that button heads, they're going to wreck. And they wreck every single dang race.
Hey, I got to say, I keep hearing that about Dove, but he was kind of a bear at Bristol to pass. But I've been being really nice to Dove, and
well, Dove's my teammate.
He's been moving over for me. He's been letting me by and giving everybody else a hard time. And I'm just like, I'm going to keep being nice to him.
You shouldn't have said that out loud. Now he's going to be like, oh, motherfucker thinks I'm soft. Watch this.
Yeah.
Soft. He's very soft.
Now. You're in trouble now. Brad Pigeon.
Dove without feathers. Bless his heart, too, man. God,
this is
hilarious.
what it sounds like when Dove.
I always my favorite part about Dove is, I think every single week, and he might do this in every channel, but he comes in and he goes, "What's your brake bias at?" And I tell him, and then I have a quick thought. I'm like, Dove, there's like a minute and a half to qualifying. Maybe don't set your brake bias to where we have it, because you haven't ran a single lap on it. He's like, I got it, and he just goes in there, and some days I see him like sliding right up the track on entry. I'm just like, dude, what are you doing? We told you not to do that.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you what I tell him. Because we're in the chat, and then all of a sudden he'll leave, no warning or anything. Last night he did it, and he went into the chop chat, and I was like, "Where did he go? He's not." Because normally he'll go down and talk to you and Liskowski and see what you guys are doing. So I'm like, I look over in the Discord and I see Chop, and I click on it. He's in there talking to Nate because Nate Big Art is in the voice chat, and he's like the New Hampshire's his home track, and he's the best there ever was there. So.
Nate's also a guy that intentionally doesn't qualify and starts at the rear just
to play with people. He
some guys do that. Dude, some guys do that and they love it.
I raced him over there talking to him. So he comes back and I'm like, so what King Nate have to say? And he's just laughing like, I wasn't doing it. Yeah, you was. I know what you were doing. What'd he say?
He's getting tips.
I mean, he told us what he says he said. I don't believe him, but
no, yeah, Nate's one of the, like, I did an ARCA race with him at Phoenix one time, and like I actually was feeling pretty good about myself at this because I'm not very good at flat tracks. I was talking to RB about this the other day. I'm not. I don't spit it out, Colby. I don't think I have a very good understanding of the difference in like the apex and where to turn in, where to hold the car, how much to, like you said earlier, like wash up versus, wait until you're pointed straight and can get all the way on the gas. Like I struggle with it. And I mean, and this is all coming from a guy that struggles at every fucking racetrack we go to. But I did a ARCA race against Nate Biggert, and he started dead last, and I lapped him, and he still won the race.
You lapped him?
Yeah, I went around him because he literally spent the first 40 laps running 10 seconds a lap slower than everybody. He put himself a lap down to the field, not to the leader, to the field, and won the fucking race.
Oh, so he was just playing with you.
That's all he did.
We like to do. We tell him that, quit playing with your food. Didn't your mama ever tell you not to play with your food?
He wants to make you guys feel as bad about yourselves as he humanly can.
Yeah,
the most.
That's a fact.
It is the most demoralizing thing.
Oh. He just gets a kick out of it. He's just, I am God, I don't know.
But then, like he's saying, like, double drop in and say, "Hey, man, tell me what to run." He'll tell you.
Well, yeah, because you can tell people what you're running until you're blue in the face, and it's not. It's not
a magic fix.
Yeah, it's not a magic
driver
bond.
Preference.
Maybe it'll get them a 10th, maybe 2 if they're lucky. But like, especially if you're not practicing on that all week, like, like the short tracks. There's weeks where I'll run like 2-3 hours of practice by myself, and I mean I'll be at 4 or 5 different brake biases in the matter of like 25 laps, and it's just dialing it to where I like it.
I used to play with the steering pinion and a bunch of stuff like that way more. Now, for me, it's 2 things. For me, it's remembering to hit the auto button on force feedback, after a few laps. And then run it with the recommended force feedback for a while and see what happens. And then I'll adjust it up or down depending on how I feel, But then, too, the same thing now is like, instead of messing with my steering wheel, like, if I can just be consistent with my steering wheel, I don't need to change the pinion or the offset or anything like that. But then, I'll go in and, usually I load into a session and drop the brake bias, especially on short tracks. I'd, push it all the way to the front just because I know that's what people like you and Steven are doing.
We're pushing it to the back.
Are you?
Yeah. Are you pushing it the wrong way?
Back.
Has that been your problem all along?
Probably.
So you're probably pushing it the wrong way.
When you do the percentage,
or the right way, rather.
When it says front,
I go to
brake bias,
40 something.
So you go lower. Yeah. So you're doing it right.
If you drop it, then yeah.
Okay. I'm changing the brake bias to a lower percentage, and whatever the stock master cylinder is, whether it's 7/8 or 13/16 or whatever it is, I'll leave that alone. I'll just go to the lowest possible brake bias you can get with the master cylinder the way it is.
Right.
And I'll run that, and then I'll see if I can get into a corner hard and not lose the rear end, and then I'll go from there,
Yeah.
And that's mostly just on short tracks. On road courses, honest to God, I take whatever there is and just try to finish the race.
You wanna know something funny about what you just said about road courses?
Mm-hmm.
I don't change a single thing on road courses. Not my brakes, not my steering, nothing, because nothing I found is going to make me as fast as Steven and Aaron. So I'm going to take what they give me. I'm going to let the car do the work, and I'm just going to try to stay on track. That's all I did at Daytona.
Like an echo of last week. Because like I talk to Steven I shouldn't say once a week, but I try to talk to Steven relatively often about like, hey man, like what are you doing? And so I'll try what he's doing, and if it's comfortable, I'll stick with it. But if it's not comfortable, I'll adjust maybe to my comfort zone somewhere between stock and Steven, and I'll try to find somewhere in the middle that's relatively comfortable for me. Like I changed my brake bias at Daytona because I was tired of losing the rears going into like what was it, like turn 3, like the first horseshoe.
Yeah.
It seemed like if you had 3% too high of a brake pressure going into that corner, the rear end was leaving and you couldn't catch it. And the track temp at Daytona was super hot and the setup was ass to begin with. But
that's like last night at New Hampshire. I think everybody wanted to set their brake bias super low, right? Because it's a short track. I did a long run in practice, and the rear tires with low brake bias were chattering so bad, like halfway through the run. I don't even think it was worth it. So I left mine pretty high last night, honestly.
Yeah.
So I didn't really have a choice but to dime in the corner like I was. But I don't know. It's all driver preference and like just figuring out what you like to run. I think. I mean, you've seen it even with like wheels. There's people with wheels just, mounted to their desk and they're in like a 70s folding chair just running away with races. And it's like, how are they so fast?
That's Aaron.
That's just them, man. I seen him. Like he doesn't have like this super setup.
Same wheel I got pretty much.
Folding chair and a G920.
Yeah, that just pisses me off when I see that too.
He says it makes him go faster because his ass hurts and he needs to race to finish.
There is something to that. I did a whole Indianapolis race where I had to go to the bathroom the entire time, and I don't think I've ever won a race faster. I was telling my buddy, I'm like, I think I gotta park. He's like, no, you are not parking in this race. I said, oh yeah, I'm parking. Well, I didn't park. I won, and there was no burnout. I just literally just got up, car rolling across the track. Yeah, so maybe I don't know. Maybe I need a harder chair. I don't know.
Maybe. You're there, drink a bunch of water right before a race.
There you go.
Yeah, fucking just make yourself have to piss like a racehorse, and you'll turn into a racehorse. I don't know.
Perfect.
Oh. But no, man. Road America, fucking gross.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I was waiting for you guys to finish up your stuff, and I was running some laps on there. And the amount of complaints I had for Daytona Road Course, I'm just gonna let you know, I am echoing them times 10. For Road America, because that thing is miserable with this next gen.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to do with that track. We'll see. I'm hoping I could put in enough laps on it. It's fun to run. Like
it's a fun racetrack.
Like to me, Daytona
super fast.
To me, Daytona wasn't even fun to drive myself, but this one, I don't know. It felt pretty fun. So maybe I could just put in enough laps to keep up with Steven and Aaron, and then they can make some mistakes and. I don't know. We'll see. Who knows?
That's the trick.
I hate road courses.
Aaron's going to be racing his ass off 2 points above the cut line.
Is that how far back he ended up? I didn't even look.
Yeah. He's.
I think he's
just barely in it right
11th.
now.
I think. Yeah, he's like the second car in on the cut line.
I'm not much better. I'm 5 points up.
Yeah, I keep putting an asterisk next to all my wins because outside of Pocono, which I kind of like lucked into a little bit, Aaron keeps not showing up, so I don't really feel like I'm beating the whole field. Because
that's the exact thing that Ryan said.
I know for a fact he's going to be fast everywhere, so I feel like I need to win one with him there, And him and Steven don't both have to be there, but I need at least one with him there somehow, so if he could show up to a flat track, that'd be great, because that's probably the only place I can outrun him, maybe.
He'll be at St. Louis, don't worry.
He's going to miss Gateway, I think.
Oh, is he going to miss Gateway too?
I think so.
Is he going to get knocked out of the playoffs, missing races?
No, I don't. No,
he's got too big of a lead, doesn't he?
Well, he hung on to his provisional.
Would really have to fuck up.
He has one provisional that he hung on to, which is why he's so far back right now. I think for the round of 12, so that when he misses that race.
Well, I think you only get you had 3 provisionals for the regular season. I think you only get 1 provisional for the playoffs. I don't think it carried over.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, you get 1 for the playoffs, but he missed this one, but he didn't use the provisional.
That's right.
He's hanging on to it till the next
That's
round.
a smart move, I think.
Did he hang on to it?
Yeah, that was real smart. Thinking about it, because I was like, as soon as he said it, he's like, "Ooh, I'm 2 points above without using the provisional," and I'm like,
"That's a smart move to hang on to that."
Yeah. So
Playoff standings, obviously you're at the top now with a locked in. Steven is up from the cut line. Steven's 52 points up. That's literally more than an entire race.
Yeah, that's a full race and a couple points?
That's a full race and like a 20th place finish, basically, from the cut line. Bar's up there at 21, Pop's at 21, K-Spears 13 to the good, Mokwin's 12 to the good, Jordan Lane's 5, RB's 5, Davis is +3. I don't know what happened to Davis. He pulled off and logged out and then logged back in last night.
He apparently his shit just shut off and went to the main iRacing screen. No warning or anything. He's just driving and then there's the iRacing screen.
I feel like he's got that issue a lot.
Half of it's work. He's a lineman electrician.
There's that too.
It's this time of year.
Yeah, so he's always working then.
Yep. So Davis is 3 to the good. Clint's 3 to the good. Aaron is still 2 good to the cut line in 11th. Mike Daniels is up 1. Roberge is behind 1. Ryan Wendt is back 7 due to the chaos at the end of New Hampshire. Zook is 8 back. We love you, Zook. Praying for your family. That's all I have to say there.
Yeah.
And then Clinkhart, he had a provisional last night, and he is 19 back to the cut line. So right now the first 4 out is Roberge, Wendt, Zook, and Clinkhart. Two races to go in the round. America and Atlanta. You want to go to Atlanta?
Round. I feel like Zook's gonna make up.
Zook will be fine. Zook will be fine, especially at Road America. I think Ryan Wendt will be okay
if he can figure out Road America. That's a big if.
Just stay on track.
He struggled at Daytona.
Just go like go medium pace for yourself, and then just stay on track, and you're probably guaranteed like a top 5. That's my opinion. Maybe not a top 5. I don't know.
We talk about this. We talk about this a lot, though, Chris. Where you do that, you don't run. You run 3 seconds a lap slower than anybody, right? 3-4 seconds a lap slower. Sometimes, and I've seen it happen, that actually will bite you more than just racing.
It can.
Because I think if you are running slow, I think you don't get into the rhythm, and
I could see that, yeah.
When you're focusing so hard on every single corner just trying to be clean, I mean, it's happened to me. It happened to me at Daytona a couple of times where I was so focused on not fucking up that you fucked up.
That's fair. Yeah, I could see that. And honestly, I don't know.
I think medium, if you can find a happy medium between over driving but also not really driving, if you can find that medium, I think you're in for it.
I would say in agreement with you, I would say just if maybe back up my comment and say just focus on not over driving your corners.
If you want to break 100 yards early, there's no shame in that.
I found tonight while I was running that every single corner on that track is the markers are all wrong. There's no markers because you're braking before the markers even start on that track. They're made for GT3 cars, and I think I overran every corner about 10 times. I made two clean laps in the hour that I was just running. So I don't know. It's tough. It's going to be a tough track. So
for sure. And I don't get it twisted. I agree with you. If you really do just focus on keeping your car on the asphalt, you're going to be okay.
Yeah.
But you can't get complacent with running that slow because, like you said, you're going to miss a braking zone. That's just the way it is, And, because if you're just out there for a Sunday drive, you're kind of fucked in that sense. But, yeah, I think, like I said, a medium between Sunday drive and over driving will probably net positive you. The only problem is there's probably about 17 of us that are feeling that way and then 3 fast guys.
Yeah. Now here's a question because, I don't know the rules. So I'm locked in, right, to the next round. Can somebody who's locked in still earn points towards the next round? I don't have any clue how stage it. You know what? Actually,
if you win the stage, God forbid you win the stage, yes, that's another playoff point.
Oh, well, I'm not going to win this. Come on.
I'm just saying. You asked the question.
That would be awesome, though.
If you won the stage, you'd be all right. But
yeah.
So yes, you're still locked in, but you're also still earning points for finishes.
I want to earn more points. I want a better buffer going into the next round.
Right.
Up until that final 4, you're earning
points.
To earn.
Right. Yeah, you're posturing yourself.
Now,
So
that
'cause,
last round, it's mano a mano,
right.
You're all
So
equal.
you win New Hampshire, and let's just, for the sake of the conversation or the argument, you DNF the next 2 races. Moving into the next round, when everything kind of reassigns itself, your points are going to be what seeds you in the next round, not the fact that you just advanced first.
So I'd kind of be screwed. Yeah, so you still want to race it,
Yes, you
like
do.
I can't just go out there and race like a moron and go for wins.
No. Yeah, you're definitely going to
Yeah.
still want to get yourself some finishes for sure.
All right, no Carson Hocevar action. I got you.
Carson it.
Yeah, I was chuckling my ass off yesterday at that Coronado race. Carson got Hosevard by Corey Heim.
He didn't even, you know what though? He took it like a champ because he didn't even say anything after the race.
No.
He was kind of laughing about it after the race. I don't know. But
I did think it was real stand up when Tyler Reddick literally drove through the center of Corey Heim, that he was like, hold on a minute. Not to say that he wouldn't have had the flat tire and ended up getting past anyway, but
Right.
like that was pretty stand up. So
yeah, I thought that was a really cool race.
I did too.
I don't know. I enjoyed it.
I think I still like Chicago more. I definitely don't give a shit that we're not going back to the Mexico racetrack, but I really liked the Chicago street course, and I don't know if maybe it's my own like partial feelings, just because I like racing Chicago street course. I think it's kind of fun.
It is fun. I do love that road course. Any sort of, so I don't like road courses, but any sort of road course where there's a ton of things for me to look at while I'm scraping the wall or missing my braking points, I really enjoy.
He's up in the wall, man. Look at that,
That's
building.
literally
That's pretty cool.
Like in
literally
Chicago, and you can see the fountain over the wall as you're literally like 45 degree on the wall. You're like, would you look at that?
Dude, my comment to Steven and Moquin when we were doing Daytona Road Course, I'm like, I don't know if I'm even going to make 5 laps before I start and park this thing, because I'm going to be sitting here probably running by myself or running into the rumble strips that send you flying in the air, and there's not even anything cool to look at. So I don't.
Nope. Daytona's Daytona, and I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters if it's the road course or the big track.
Yeah.
Daytona's Daytona.
One thing I will say about Coronado,
my dog named Daytona is staring the fuck out of me right now. Like, what?
It's like, why you keep saying my name? One thing I'll say about Coronado is, and the only change, in my opinion, they should make is they should make a sharp left-hand turn at about the halfway point of the track for under caution, and just run straight through the middle. So this way we don't have to watch 30 minutes of caution laps.
I couldn't agree more.
That's the only part I hate about that track.
I couldn't agree more. Yeah, and I don't know what it was, and maybe it was just different in Chicago, but like people plowed the shit out of the wall at Chicago. There's no red flag. Drug the cars out from under the tire barriers, sent them on their way, towed them back to pits. Every time somebody hit a wall in San Diego, they had to red flag the race to reset the wall. Is it just a lack of being able to make a more permanent solution? Could they not bolt the barriers to the ground? Like what's?
I mean, they definitely weren't bolted. They weren't put into the ground. There was no rods or nothing. But
I do have an argument that I would like to reignite with you.
Yes, let's do it.
You really don't think that Zilich was going to make that fucking corner when Austin Hill took him out?
He was never going to make that corner. Dude, he was never going to. Okay, so listen. This is my thing. No, this is my thing. Austin Hill was definitely at fault for that wreck. No questions about it. Right? We all agree there. He wasn't making that corner no matter what happened around him.
No, even if he didn't wheel hop, he was going way too fast.
No matter what happened around him, Zilich wasn't. Even if Austin Hill didn't mess up, Zilich was still hitting that wall. Might he have driven off? Yes, but he was still smashing into that wall, and it was definitely going to hurt the car. Like him and Austin Hill, neither one of them lifted. The entire pack lifted like 100 feet earlier.
The thing that my stance on the argument is the replay that they have from the start finish line down to turn 1. Okay. Connor was pointed for the corner. Austin Hill drove fucking straight.
I agree, but he was not making that corner, dude. He was going so fast.
Like, I'll even give you that he brushes the wall, but he was set for the corner.
All right, I'll give you that he was probably set in the right direction, but I still
maybe he
don't
brushes the wall. Yes, like I don't disagree with that statement.
I think
you think he plows the wall?
I think he was plowing that wall no matter what happened there, and I think even
Austin Hill's a hack.
I think even SVG knew that, and that's why he said, "Ask the next guys what happened," because he said guys, not guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so
he was madder than fuck.
He gave it the old. You know what? We're wrecking, and he just kept his foot in it. That was it, and you know what pisses me off about that?
And then he pulled forward and backwards on the track as Austin Hill was trying to pull off. That was great.
Yeah, what pissed me off about that is that if SVG just maybe not hit the brake, but if he just lets off, he probably walks away from that one. Like I don't even think Austin Hill completely gets destroyed in that. Well, I mean he does. He's probably going to get turned to the left by Zilich, but like I don't know. I think SVG would have been fine if he would have just chilled. But I really do think he was like, nah, if I can't win, nobody can.
No, I think, and like the thing, like with Austin Hill specifically, was he completely missed the corner. But then I look at the Saturday race when Sam Mayer smashed the inside wall.
That was something.
And then went 100 miles an hour into the outside wall. Like, that was crazy.
But I can't talk crap about that happening. I did that before in iRacing.
Right.
Yeah, it was actually at Milwaukee. I was racing one of my good buddies for a win in a league. This was a few years ago, and we were all excited. We're like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna get the race for a win. We're never up here." And I hit the inside wall going on turn 1 at Milwaukee, and I wiped me and 2 of our other teammates out. So yeah, I feel what Sam Mayer was feeling there. But it was stupid. That was stupid.
It was really dumb. Well, like even like the announcers on Saturday, they were like, that inside wall in turn 1, it just keeps going. Like,
yeah,
but I don't know. RB, do you have anything to add to that argument?
He says no. I kind of wonder. So did you run it? Did you race it at all, or even drive on it in iRacing at all?
Coronado?
So yeah,
I don't even own it yet.
So I drove like 5 laps before I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this. But the laps I was driving, I'm driving around, and the barriers were, they had like that bright pink section and then the bright red section. Like then they were like raised walls.
Yeah.
Dude, everything, when you're going through those sections, everything blends together. You can't even see where the track goes. Like it's all just blending together to me. So I don't know. Maybe that's what some of the.
Are you talking about like the high speed concrete section on the second half of the lap, or like the whole thing?
I'm trying to think how it's set up. So
like the end of the lap when they do like that first like tire chicane, and then it's like haul ass down, turn left.
Yeah,
and then they got like that shit like back. And then there's like it's not an S.
And then there's like a super tight chicane.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I knew corner numbers, but there's tall. I forget what the sponsors. There's tall, bright pink walls, and then like coming to the front stretch where the start finish line, all the walls are like bright red. Dude, I couldn't make out anything on my first few laps because I had no clue the shape of the track. So I'm like, the walls are all just blending together on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe that's why Sam Mayer. I'm just trying to give him an excuse as to why he hit the inside wall.
I know that I'm curious to see if it's on iRacing, but I know it. I'm gonna look for it. In one of the corners, this is for Aaron. There's a really, really healthy tree. Every time we was watching the truck race, every time they go back, Aaron's like, "Look at that tree, man! Look at that tree!" Well, get the racing. Look
Davis
at that tree.
Came in there like, Davis, shut the fuck up! Don't say anything until we show you this. Just wait. And then they never went back to that same fucking camera angle.
You had to wait like 10 minutes.
15 minutes later, dude. And they showed the tree, and Aaron goes, "You see the size of that fucking tree?"
Well.
Davis is like, I literally sat here waiting for something cool, and you're telling me about a fucking tree.
There's a lot of different jokes. There's a lot of different jokes that can be placed in this segment, but I'm going to let it go for now.
Man, we were tearing up Discord on Friday night for a minute, weren't we, RB?
Yeah, I was watching a race, man. It was a good race.
Oh, they had an admin meeting on Friday night, and then everybody bounced back in like the regular race chat, and everybody was like, "Wait a second, what the fuck just happened?" And then all the people were like leaving, coming back, leaving, coming back. It was a.
They were throwing each other out of the chat, and then coming back. Like, I'll just come back. All right, well, I'll just keep throwing you out.
Yeah,
I don't know why they were doing that, but it was funny.
It was good. It was really.
Yeah, we was watching that race, and that's all Aaron cared about was this fucking tree.
Well, hey.
So it better be on iRacing. Whenever I drive it, I'm going to find out if that tree is there.
Maybe he's
Aaron
an aspiring...
fucking hates that track.
What do they call it?
He does. He hates it.
What do they call it?
We're running it, though, next year, I bet.
Arborist? Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
maybe he's an aspiring arborist. I don't know.
You never know.
an aspiring tree person. I mean,
Yes.
he is. They are allegedly moving to the Smoky Mountains. They got trees over there. I'm not going to say they are moving because I know there's. Well, those are palm trees. Those are not trees. Those are decorations.
There's regular trees too. I live in Jacksonville. We have regular trees. We get leaves that fall in the wintertime. It's like January, and we're turning into fall. And, leaves are turning.
And then,
brown
God forbid,
and
it's 36 degrees for 3 weeks, and the entire fucking county shuts down.
Hey, 36 degrees is shorts weather
cold,
around
man.
here.
That's cold, man. But times like right now when it's 180, I don't want to hear y'all, bitch.
100 and fucked outside. That's what I say.
That's when you walk outside and you can't even breathe. You're like, holy shit.
You just turn around and close the door again.
It is awful.
Nope. Yeah,
and this is like 7 o'clock in the morning. Walk outside. Oh my god.
You know what? We went
humidititties. That's what humidititties.
We go down to Florida every winter for like Christmas time, and it's the most beautiful weather. And the only reason we go at that time of year now is because when we went down in July, it was the whole time. I was just a miserable, whiny little bitch the whole time. I'm like, I'm sweating. It's hot.
It's even worse in August.
Yeah, it was awful.
August is the worst month here.
I went to a funeral, not this last Saturday, but the Saturday before, and I get dressed up a little bit for certain things, and so I had on a long sleeve black button up shirt, cufflinks, wore jeans and boots, the whole 9 yards. And dude, I stepped outside. So the funeral started at 10:30, like the service at the funeral home, and then they took it up to the graveside. So the funeral service was about 45 minutes. Anyway, I stepped outside at 10:15 to let the dogs out and get everything, wrapped up to go. I started sweating at 10:15. I swear to God, I didn't stop sweating until I got home and put on gym shorts and a t-shirt. Like, I mean, I'm talking from fucking 10:15 to 3:45, sweating my balls off because I'm fat. That doesn't help, but
I'm fat too.
Yeah, fuck, man. I come from the West, where
hey guys.
Well, I come from Utah. It's not really the West, but it's in the West, if you know what I mean. And like where I'm from in Utah, it's the same climate as like Phoenix and Vegas. It's 117 degrees, but it's very dry. And yeah, my body type is not built for humidity.
Right? What's that coined old white guy saying? Well, it's not the heat, it's the humidity. That's a Midwest. That's a Midwest phrase, Bubba. It's not the heat that'll get you; it's the humidity.
I went and stayed in Tucson, Arizona, for a little bit, and it was like 130 degrees.
Yeah.
And I came back to Jacksonville, and I was trying to get my old job back, and I was talking to the boss man, and he was like, "So what is Arizona like?" I was like, "It's hot, 130 degrees." He's like, "Yeah, but it's dry heat."
Like, it don't matter, dude.
It's 130 degrees.
After 105, 107 in the dry heat, it's just as fucking miserable as like 95 and 95%. Like, it's fucking horrible.
That's
bonfires are dry heat.
I don't do well in the heat. That's too much.
Yeah. I mean,
I'll tell you what, in the cold, you can always put more clothes on, man.
When it's hot, take more clothes off.
Once you're naked, it's
over. And now you're getting sunburnt too. Ain't that a bitch?
Yeah, and my pale ass skin does not do good in the sun. I do not look like somebody from Florida. I really don't.
I made the mistake of a lifetime Saturday and Sunday, and I was paying dearly for it last night because I had these headphones on with my bald ass head. Dude, we went to Six Flags Darien Lake Saturday. I had a hat on, but it had like the netting in the back.
It's a trucker hat, yeah.
Yeah, so I ended up getting sunburned in the shape of the netting. I had like the net imprinted, and I'm like, oh well, Saturday we're gonna do like the gardens out front with the wife and stuff. So I'm not gonna wear a hat because it doesn't look like it's gonna be too bad. So I'll be fine. Like it'll even out the net shape on my head. Dude, I went out there.
Goofy bastard.
Dude, it was. I came in, I think, at like 4:00, and you don't notice it at first, Dude, I'm full of dirt, so I get in the shower, and the water hit my head, and I thought I was going to jump out as fast as I got in, because, dude, it hurts so bad. And then I get out, and I look in the mirror, and it's just beet red, just so bad. And my wife's like, why didn't you put, like, any sunscreen or a hat on? I'm like, because I'm an idiot. Like, I don't even know what to tell her anymore. I'm an idiot.
You wouldn't get away with that here, man. They have they have warnings that come on, in the news, and it'll show up on your phone if it's bad enough. It's like these UV rays,
the UV index. Yeah,
and it's like if you're out in the sun for longer than 10 minutes, you're gonna get fucked.
My favorite part now though is like my daughter, she's 15 now, and she goes, Dad, it's a 9 out of 11 UV rating today. You better put some sunscreen on. And I'm just like, what? Be quiet. Like, what are you talking about? and then so now she's like, wow, that was stupid of you. So
yeah.
I tried to jump on this podcast last week, and RB is like, "You motherfucker, go put a hat on now."
So I was like, "Holy shit, Colby!" And he's like, "What?" I was like, "You got a hat, man?
Hey, look, we're
yeah.
I won't take mine off.
I turned my camera on, and RB is like, "Where's your hat? We will not start this shit until you put on a hat."
Well, it was also weird because there's 4 people in the chat, and 3 of us were already wearing hats.
Everybody had a hat on, and then there was my fucking shiny ass dome.
Yeah.
About blinded Steven, man.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Right before I got on here, I'm like, I better go grab a hat because I don't know what people will think of a bald ass sunburned head.
I would have said something to you.
He would have. He'd have been like,
"Hey,
man,
let you embarrass yourself."
Hey, man. He'd have hit you with a Dale Jr. He'd say, "Hey, man, where's your hat?"
All right, so I'm not allowed to go no hat. I'm not allowed to wear a Red Sox hat. So I'll figure something out next time. I'll wear like a Trackhouse hat or something.
That'll work.
Trackhouse.
Yeah,
that's acceptable. It says the guy that runs a Trackhouse #1 on the side of his car.
Yeah.
I always thought that was a DEI thing.
I got something for you. I got a couple somethings for you.
Do you?
Finally, yes. Yeah. So
well,
tomorrow.
all right.
Tomorrow. You're gonna like them. Yeah, you're gonna like them. It's only been 3 months. 3 months later, 20 years of trying, 20 years of waiting.
I'm not gonna call it. I'm not gonna let that. It ain't been that long. Hold on. Where's our last message? You always have
don't look. It has been that long. Month and a half. He's gonna say, "Oh, it has been that long." Watch, RB.
Let's see. May 6th.
A month and a half.
What's today?
No,
Today's
you know
the
what?
22nd. Yeah.
Today is May 7th.
Yeah, it's been a day.
Money sent, I assume. I'm pumped. I have no idea how to save it. Let's see. Hold on a minute. Hell yeah, dude. I still need to download it.
Oh, that was for the
Congrats
last
on
one.
your win, sir.
Yeah.
I'd like to get back in. Okay, so that was April 27th when I initially brought up the Harley Davidson paint scheme. This got worse fast. My bad, dog.
Now we're looking at 2 months.
Just about 2 months.
I know. It's not good.
But he said, "You're in line." I said, "Cool."
Yeah, you're in line, all right. I didn't tell you how far it stretched. Honestly, I haven't even haven't really done a lot of the sim racing stuff lately. Not good. Since I'm sponsoring your podcast, and I'm like, oh, I haven't done a lot.
Yeah.
Because then it was.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean,
May 6th,
people get busy. People get busy.
May 6th, I sent you over like the HD1 deal that they put on hats and shit.
It's on there.
Yeah. So I sent that to you, and you're like, I thought that, and you're like, sorry, this is not going to plan here. I said, no rush.
All right, let's switch topics. RB, what's next?
Yeah, man, we can't keep this is the sponsor on the show, man. He'll get you a wrap within a week, yeah.
Well,
I mean,
but I would like to make it very clear that every time we have talked about the Harley paint scheme or the other one I asked you about, it was, hey man, I would like this. Please, at your leisure.
Yeah, he did say at your leisure.
I am very, very patient because, listen, I will continue to make my yard sale paint schemes.
Here's okay. All right. And I tell this to people all the time. They're like, no rush. And I always message them back. I'm like, oh, don't say that, dude.
Don't say no rush.
Ready? Everybody, do not say no rush to a graphic designer. There you go. How's that? Nice up and close.
Yeah, I need this shit in an hour, man.
Oh, my goodness. Don't cut this out. Don't.
Is that what I need to do next time and be like, hey, I need this by Sunday?
Remember, RB, don't cut this all out, okay? That's my rule when I'm on. I don't want stuff cut out.
Okay.
Keep it on there. Keep it on there so they know who they're dealing with.
Just in 2 scrolls. Just in 2 scrolls, I literally have said no rush or no hurry.
I know, and
6 times.
You said your wife, that Jack Skellington one, huh?
Oh, yeah. Yep. She's
that was a cool car.
She's a fiend. We'll just put it that way.
Yeah. She likes Jack Skellington?
Mm-hmm.
I like Jack Skellington.
We watched that movie.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
from October 1st to December 31st.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Minimum.
That's not too bad.
Minimum of 3 times a week.
I'm watching Harry Potter from January to December 31st.
Copy.
Every single year.
Copy.
Yeah, it's
just constant Harry Potter. Huh?
It's a problem. Yeah.
Now I've got a new idea for another paint scheme you should make.
Is that the kids or the wife or
the wife? The wife. Or I should
I
just
like
say
Harry
yes.
Potter,
I should just say yes.
Just yes.
I'm a Harry Potter fan. Like, I'm not like a fanboy like I do all like, find out where the next book signing and all that bullshit is.
Oh no, I like it. Don't get me wrong, but when you've watched it 730 some odd times,
I mean, it's on TV a lot. Like if it's on and it's one of the ones that I really like, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah. Fun fact: I just watched like the last movie for the first time like 6 months ago.
Oh man.
Oh
yeah.
It's old.
Yep.
Yeah, I just watched the last movie for the first time. 700. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that.
He watched that movie for the first time. And the last time.
Now, we was messing around on a Saturday afternoon, and I'd been drinking, surprise. And I turned on Sandlot. Harmless Saturday afternoon turned on Sandlot. My son watched Sandlot on repeat. I shit you not. For 3 straight weeks after that.
All right. Well, that's a good movie.
And like now my kids are on that the Pacifier, the one with Vin Diesel.
I've seen that. I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah, my kids are crushing that one right now. The cool thing is we ain't got to worry about our kids wearing out VHS tapes like we used to do.
That is, I'm gonna be honest, guys. VHS, I didn't have it. When did those stop doing their thing? You guys aren't that much older than me. 36.
I'm not 31.
You don't know about VHS?
I didn't really have VHS.
We had VHS.
I didn't really do all that. Maybe I was poor.
I remember we first. Well, I remember my dad. My dad first bought a VHS, and I was practically a baby, and I knew that you put something in it and it shows up on the TV. And I did that with my peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich that I put into the VHS thing because I wanted to see it on the TV.
Yeah,
And it cost my dad $1,500.
I don't really remember VHS.
Yeah.
I do.
What about cassette tapes?
See, I don't know because now I'm thinking back and we did go to Blockbuster all the time, but I don't remember if that was DVDs or I don't know. It's all a blur,
I remember VHS very well. I used to wait for movies that I like and I would record them on the VHS, stuff like that. Then we got DVDs.
Yeah, I don't even remember. I don't think I ever messed with cassette tapes either. I think we had CDs by the time I was messing with that stuff. Sorry.
Sheltered.
Yeah, a little bit.
I think well, it's probably about time to start wrapping this
up. It is.
Oh, it's way past my bedtime, just so you know.
Yeah, it's been about an
Chris,
hour.
go ahead and start your shout outs then, brother.
Oh, man. So I got a different one for me this week. So I got to give a huge shout out to my wife this week. And I did it on the race broadcast last night.
Yeah.
Dude, she had this big trip planned for Father's Day to go to Darien Lake. It's not like a big trip, but you know what I mean, like a day trip with the kids. And I told her I had a league race, and she's like, "Well, we have a trip," and I'm just like, "Yeah, but it's like a playoff race." She's like, "Oh, it's just a race," and I go, "Well, I've been racing all season to get into the playoffs," and she's like, "All right, are you sure they're racing Father's Day?" And I'm like, "Oh, they're racing Father's Day. I can't believe it." So she moved her whole trip to Saturday, which is really cool. So she kind of, she promotes me doing this hobby, and I think all wives should promote this hobby because we're at home, we're right where we can be found at all times, and they don't ever have to worry about us going anywhere because again, we're here, right here. So got to give her a shout out. That was awesome. And, big shout out to my teammates at Apex. They do a pretty cool job keeping me grounded in Discord while we're racing. Big shout out to you guys, and big shout out to the people who run the league. I don't know. I'm just repeating myself at this point, but because I said it last time I was on here. I've been in a lot of leagues, and this one runs pretty smooth for the most part. Everybody's pretty cool, even when you put them in the wall and take them out and all this other stuff that I've did at the beginning of the season. So just a big shout out to everybody in the league. I like it here. I'll probably stick around if you guys don't mind. But that's it. That's it, really.
Follow me, man. I know I've enjoyed racing around you when I do get the opportunity.
I've been trying to figure out how to, I think I joined Pop's road thing, but I can't race all the time, so I was going to join like Leadfoot or something, but I'm just trying to figure out what night would work best for me. So I'm figuring it out. I'm going to try to see if I can get into some more races with all you guys and, I don't know, have a little bit more fun, at least one more time a week.
We got a pretty good little community, man. It's a lot of fun. I'll kind of parlay right off of you there. Like I, bless the wives of especially the AMP Racing League and especially of the admins. Those guys put in so much time and effort into making sure that this is a smoothly ran, fair league. And, a league I like to believe is only as good as the admins, anybody can slap together a Discord and say, hey, we're racing on Thursday afternoons or Sunday mornings or whatever. Hell, I could do that. But to give it a structure and then enforce that structure and make it work to the point where I think, and like a big shout out to Aaron for doing the points, and he don't lollygag on the points.
Dude,
he's on that shit.
That was done within like 5 minutes of the race ending, and he wasn't even in the race. That was crazy last night.
Yeah, no, the admins for AMP do a hell of a job, and again, this isn't the same league without them. So that'd be my next, just right off your coattails there. Shout out to AMP. It's been a blast, man, and I've been here since season 1. It's been a lot of time to watch it. It's been a lot of fun to watch it grow into what it is now, and most importantly, it's always been fair. Whether you're on the good or the bad side of fair, it's fair. These guys treat everybody with respect, and that's awesome. Big shout out to RB. I say it every week. He does the hard stuff. He cuts it. He clips it. He talks to the guests. He makes it happen. He puts it together, and I just sit here and run my mouth. Shout out to Stuff at Burgers, Black Creek Diesel, been with me this year. Appreciate them, and a double shout out to the family, Creed and Jade, my kids. They really get into this. They come in here when I'm working on paint schemes or practicing, and they cheer me on. Whether it's quietly from the other room during the races or real loud right here while I'm trying to talk to people in Discord about how to get faster. So shout out to my family for sure, big time. Shout out to the Mr. Race Wrap guy for taking care of us. Ryan Went, appreciate you, and I'll send that to RB. Sorry, RB, put you on the spot. It wasn't my normal 15-minute rant for my shout-outs.
No, this one was only 4. It's good.
Yeah, that's a hell of a shave down. Aaron told me Friday night, he's like, you gotta cut that down, bud. And I was like, yeah, I know.
It's all good. But anyway, thank you, Chris, for being here. You don't have to show up, but I always appreciate when people do because we have a show that way. Thank you to everybody out there who's listening. Thank you to Ryan Went, Leadfoot Motorsports. Shout out to AMP Racing League and all the admins and all the drivers and everybody. Thank you to Colby for being here. Thank you to the Race Wrap guy for the sponsorship and all that. Now, if you're interested in a Race Wrap, the link to his stuff will be in the description, and you can get a hold of him there. Also, if you want to check out AMP Racing and Leadfoot as well, the link to Signature Esports will be in the description as well. Also, if you want any kind of merchandise or anything like this awesome little hat that I'm wearing, we have a link to that too as well in the description. Thank you for everybody for listening, and we will see you next week. Hi, Mom.
Does your iRacing car currently look like it was sponsored by Minecraft Paint and poor decisions? Well, good news. Race Wrap Guy can fix that. With real-world NASCAR wrap design experience, Race Wrap Guy creates clean, aggressive, professional custom wraps that actually look like they belong on a Sunday broadcast instead of the back row of a rookie lobby. And because we like y'all, listeners of the Cool Down Lap podcast get $10 off any iRacing wrap. Just mention the podcast when you order. And if you've got a real race car that needs to look fast even when it's sitting still, you'll get $100 off any real race car wrap too. Same deal. Just mention the Cool Down Lap podcast. So stop showing up to the grid looking like a rolling yard sale and let Race Wrap Guy make your car look like it actually belongs there.